There's Georgia eating the plum cake that we just made. She's enjoying it. Georgia, how good is it?
Really
Really good. Hello YouTubers, and welcome to this week's video where I'm going to share with you the recipe to this moist, fruity and tasty cake recipe that is not only easy to make, but it is delicious. So if this looks like something that you want to try for your own family, then keep on watching. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a family-friendly fruit cake, and I have my ingredients all prepped as always. I'm going to use, the fruit that I'm going to use will be plum, and in here I have it washed and I have cut it in half and taken the seed out, and I just squeezed a little bit of lemon juice on it so it doesn't turn all brown. So that is all ready to go. In my mixing bowl here I have some butter and sugar, granulated white sugar. I hope you can see, it's so sunny today, so I hope it's not like blaring the video or anything. So that is my butter and my sugar. The butter is at room temperature, but it is not too soft to the point where it's falling apart, and that is the secret, and I will show you when we get to that point. I must say that this recipe, you don't have to use a mixer. It is much easier because I can have my butter beating and also do other things at the same time, but just use what you have. You can use a wire whisk. When I started baking 10 years ago, approximately, that is when I took it. About for the past 5 years, I took baking very serious, and I invested more time, and I started like trying recipes out and stuff. But when I started 10 years ago, all I had was a wire whisk, okay? And I did so much with this, and it will be unfortunate. This mixer, I bought it myself. I didn't get it for free or anything. And it's like over the years when I realized that baking is something that I really want to take serious, and I want to make so much for my family, myself, and not buy them, I then saved up, and for Christmas I told my husband, hey, I want myself this, and then so with my money I said I will bring half of it and you give me half, and that is how I bought this. So the point I'm trying to make is that you don't have to go buy a mixer straight away if you don't know for sure that baking is something that you really love and you want to put more time into it. It'll be a waste of money to buy such an expensive machine and have it sit in your kitchen and just collect dust. So start with a wire whisk like this, or another one that I also got throughout the years before I got a standard mixer was this one on Amazon. It's great for mixing bread and all kinds of butter as well. Or you can use a hand mixer, and then after I use the two whisk for a while, then I upgraded, and then I got myself a hand mixer just like this one. So just use whatever you have, okay? It is not an excuse for you to say, oh, I don't have anything so I cannot bake. If you really want to try any kind of baking recipe. With all that rambling out of the way, I'm going to start beating my butter and my sugar. So I will attach my paddle to it, and I will start mixing. We are going to let this beat until it turns kind of pale and creamy, and then we will start adding the eggs. Here I just have 4 eggs that have come to room temperature as well, so I will show you when we get to that point. Now this has to beat for about 3 minutes. So every now and then make sure you scrape the sides of your bowl. If you are using a wire whisk, just use the wire whisk to just run around the sides of the bowl and keep beating the butter. So yeah, I'm going to continue that. I want to put this here instead. Okay, so now we've been beating this for about 3 minutes. I'm going to start adding in my eggs, and I will put the eggs in one at a time. So you crack the first one, you add it, and then you beat it for about a minute or so. I'm going to speed it up a bit more. Second egg goes in. So sorry, I think I made a mistake and I said that I'm using 4 eggs. I am actually using 5 eggs, not 4 eggs. So now I'm going to add, this is the third one that I'm going to add to it. This will be the fourth. Okay, we are going to add the 4th egg. And this will be the last one that will come in. Okay, so what I was talking about when I meant you should make sure that your egg isn't your butter isn't too soft when you leave it out, because when you take it out of the fridge, you leave it out a little bit, you allow it to come to room temperature before you start working with it. And if you leave it out too long, because I have personally made that mistake, then once you start beating in the eggs, you will see that they will start separating. Okay, now I mean, it's not like that because of course I learned from my mistakes years ago, but I'm just pointing that out. In case you see that your eggs are separating from the butter, just don't freak out. As you start adding your flour to it, it will come together nicely. But just to prevent that, make sure your butter isn't too soft. It should be at room temperature, but it should be kind of firm when you press on it. Now we have scraped the sides again, and I'm going to add the 5th egg, and then I will add my vanilla extract right after that. I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon. It definitely must. Get yourself some measuring spoons. Get yourself a scale, okay? A scale, measuring spoon, and cup. Those will be your best friends when you're baking, because with baking, once you have your ingredients right and you have your oven temperature right, very little can go wrong. Everything, I mean, those two are the most important in baking. And if you do not like baking, I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. You can check out my potato sweet dish. You don't have to bake that. It's very easy. It's also very family friendly as well. Okay, enough talking. Now I'm going to start adding my flour to this, okay? So I don't want to make too much of a mess, so I will lift the paddle up. We are going to do this in 3 batches. So that was the first. On low, just going to stir that in. And then I will add the next. And then we will add the third. And that is everything. We beat it. Now it has mixed. I put it on high. And do not overmix once you have your flour in, because that will make your dough, your cake too tough, and you don't want that. Nobody wants to eat a cake that is as hard as a rock. So now the batter is mixed. I had my oven turned on to 180 preheating. I heard it beeping, so that is ready to go. And I'm going to scrape this. Check to make sure that the camera is recording, so it has happened to me before. I thought I was filming and I did all the steps, and towards the end I realized that I hadn't pressed the play button, and I wanted to punch myself. I was so mad. Anyway, okay, so now we have our batter. See, now I'm just going to use my spatula to just finish it off to prevent my bowl from scraping my counter. I'll just put it on this. Good, everything is nice and incorporated, as you can see. Okay, oven, like I said, preheated already. And now I have this baking pan that I'm using. It is a 28 centimeter pan. You can use whatever form you have. If you use a smaller form, you can use rectangle or you can use round like this. Just use whatever you have. My motto in life is just work with what you have. So I'm just spreading the butter in here. And this is to prevent the cake from sticking while it's baking. It will come out easily when piece of paper from the butter wrap in there. Okay, this is nicely coated. And now what we are going to do is, let me move these things out of the way. I can also move this as well. Okay, hope you can see. So I have my pan that has been battered here, and all I'm going to do now is to put the cake batter inside here. And I hope once again you can see what I'm doing. I don't have anybody to check the camera for me and make sure that you can see. My daughter isn't around at the moment, and I'm trying to get this video filmed because I really want to get into the habit of posting a video once a week. Although it's not easy for me as I work and I also have to do the whole family stuff that every mother does, the cleaning, the cooking, finding a little time to play with the kids and all that. So it's not easy, but I really enjoy this. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. And my hope is that by the end of the month, I think as I'm making this video, I'm around 50 subscribers or so. And I'm hoping that by the end of the month, I will be at 100 subscribers. That would be great. So please, 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 if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And ring the bell, press on that bell so that you will be notified whenever I have a new video. I will try and post once a week, as I said. And let me know in the comment section if there are any particular videos that you would like to see. And then give this video a thumbs up as well if you find it helpful. I know you'll find it helpful. This is a great recipe. Once you try it, you will let me know. Let me know in the comment section once you try and tell me how great it is. Okay, now we have the butter in here and we are just going to start putting the plum on top of it. Just distribute it in no particular order, but I like to kind of arrange it a little bit. You don't have to do this. You can just throw them on there if you are not someone that is very touchy or doesn't care when their things are not that precise. Sometimes it's good to just go with the flow, because you can really stress yourself if you want everything to be perfect all the time. So this is 600 grams of plum that I have on top here, and it's all ready to go in the oven. If you don't have plum, just use apple, okay? It works the same. You can use peaches. Like I said, in summer I use plum. You can even use berries, okay? Let me know in the comment section if you want to see different fruits on this same cake batter. Let me know and I will do it for you. So now I'm going to put it in the oven, but first I will get my, sorry, I have to let the camera shake a little bit. My kitchen is kind of small. I cannot film and have you see me at the same time. It's just an awkward angle. My counter is facing the window, and so I cannot put my camera anywhere for it to work the way that I want it to. But hey, I'm working with what I have, so you can only see my hands making the recipe and see my voice. And I have some video where you can actually see me talking. I will try and film myself talking. Is that even important? Let me know. Do people really want to see the person's face while they are cooking? I don't know. I think that the recipe is more important, so it's focusing on the food. But let me know what you think. Okay, I have my tray here lined with parchment paper, and this is just to be on the safe side in case something starts leaking. It doesn't make a mess in my oven and give me an extra work to do. It will fall on here, and then it will drip on here, and I'll just take the parchment paper and throw it away. Okay, this is going to go into the oven between 45 to 50 minutes. I will check it at 40 minutes and see. I'll check it at 45 minutes and then see if it's done. But approximately everybody's oven is different, okay? So you can check it at 40 minutes to be on the safe side. You don't want it to cook and to bake and turn out to be too dry. So let's stick with 40 minutes. I will check it at 40 minutes, and if it's done, I will let you know. If not, leave it in for another 10 minutes, okay? So I will show you the results when it's done. So it's the sun was so scorching and now it's totally dark. My cake baked for 50 minutes. When I checked it at 40 minutes, it wasn't really done yet. So this has been baking for 50 minutes and it is completely done. This is how it looks like. It looks so yummy. My daughter Georgia is standing here waiting to cut a slice. So yeah, this is your plum cake, family friendly. So this is your family friendly plum cake. I cannot even talk. I hope that you find it helpful. I hope that you find this video helpful and you give the recipe a try. Let me know in the comment section below what you think if you do try it, and or if you know this already, or if you have other delicious recipes that you can use plum to do. Let me know in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.